a former CIA officer drops stunning claims about Washington's ties to Pakistan under Musharraf. Allegations of control, cover-ups, and Saudi interference surface. Questions rise over who really pulled the strings and why. Former CIA officer John Kiriakou has claimed that Pervez Musharraf handed over control of Pakistan's nuclear arsenal to the United States in the early 2000s, citing both financial incentives and fears that the weapons could fall into wrong hands. According to Kiriakou, it was effectively Washington that controlled the South Asian country's nuclear assets. In an interview with ANI, the former intelligence officer stated,
When I was stationed in Pakistan in 2002, I was told unofficially that the Pentagon controlled the Pakistani nuclear arsenal. That Musharraf had turned control over to the United States because he was afraid of exactly what you just described.
Kiriakou added that the United States provided millions of dollars to Pakistan under former President Pervez Musharraf, in effect purchasing his cooperation. The former CIA agent, who was active in the region when Musharraf was reigning over Pakistan, said that America loved to work with dictators because then they didn't have to worry about things like public opinion. He also added that Pakistan was effectively under American control under most parts of the Musharraf regime.
We essentially just purchased Musharraf. We paid tens of millions of dollars in cash to the Pakistani intelligence service.
Kiriakou said that Pakistan was deeply buried under corruption and former Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto led a lavish life in the Gulf while the common people starved. These revelations paint a picture of a nation where elite interests often superseded the welfare of ordinary citizens. Kiriakou also revealed that the US refrained from targeting Abdul Qadeer Khan, the architect of Pakistan's atomic bomb, after direct intervention by the Saudi government. He said that the US had complete operational information on Khan, including his location and daily activities, but was instructed to halt the operation due to Saudi pressure. This decision came despite Khan's known role in nuclear proliferation networks that extended to North Korea, Libya, and Iran, raising questions about the extent of Saudi influence over American counterproliferation efforts.
We would have just killed him. He was easy enough to find. We knew where he lived. We knew how he spent his day, but he also had the support of the Saudi government. And the Saudis came to us and said, please leave him alone. We like AQ Khan. We're working with AQ Khan. We're close to the Pakistanis. This was a mistake.
Notably, Khan is considered the father of Pakistan's atomic bomb, which made his country the world's first Islamic nuclear power. He added that while later working with the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, he learnt that several officials from the CIA and the International Atomic Energy Agency had confirmed that the White House had ordered not to eliminate Khan. According to Kiriakou, the US was said to have expected retaliation from India after the 2001 Parliament attack and the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks. But no action was taken. At the CIA, this approach was called strategic patience. It was noted that India had every right to strike Pakistan, yet chose restraint. The restraint was particularly remarkable given the scale of the Mumbai attacks, which lasted nearly 4 days and targeted multiple high-profile locations across the city. Meanwhile, at the White House, this restraint was praised as a sign of maturity in foreign policy. Many had expected India to strike back, but it did not. That decision was believed to have prevented a possible nuclear exchange.
The Indian government would have been perfectly within its rights to respond by striking Pakistan. And I remember at the White House, we expected the Indians to strike back, and they didn't.
However, Kiriakou now believes that India has now reached a point where strategic patience could be mistaken for weakness. Therefore, a response became necessary. John Kiriakou is a former CIA officer known for his role as a counter-terrorism operations officer and whistleblower. He worked at the CIA from 1990 to 2004, serving notably as Chief of Counterterrorism Operations in Pakistan after 9/11 and leading the team that captured al-Qaeda's third-ranking official, Abu Zubaydah, in 2002. Kiriakou refused to be trained in CIA enhanced interrogation techniques, such as waterboarding, and later became the first US government official to publicly confirm and condemn the use of torture by the CIA, particularly waterboarding of detainees. In 2012, Kiriakou was convicted and sentenced to 30 months in prison for leaking classified information to the press about the CIA's torture program, making him the only CIA officer jailed in connection with these disclosures. Despite never personally torturing anyone, he blew the whistle on the CIA's practices, which included the destruction of videotaped interrogations. After serving his sentence, he has been active as an author, journalist, and commentator on intelligence and whistleblower matters.